Hello everyone, it's Systemcollapse, and I'm back yet again playing Direwolf20. And in between episodes, I did a fair amount, as you can see. As you can see around me, I did a fair amount, so let's take a look and get right to it. I have a base now. I actually have a legitimate base. It is a lot of cobblestone. And it took a little while. It didn't take that long, actually. I actually used the builder from RF Tools to make this tower, and to dig out this hole, and to get rid of all the water, and all that jazz. So yeah, is the thing, and is going to be my base. Right now, it's only just cobblestone, but I'm going to be able to change that over time. It's just going to take me a while to gather up all the blocks. You can see the sheer number of blocks here, so it is going to take a while. So we'll get to that. It'll kind of be transformed slowly as the episodes progress, but yeah, this is kind of the base, set up for it. Up here, I have my astral sorcery, and I made some of these elevators too. So if you go to elevator, bam, they just take that ender pearl. We have about 50 ender pearls now from our mob farm, so yeah. So I have my portals there and all that jazz. We're good to go. We have a base, and it's fantastic. I like the way it turned out. I think it's gonna look awesome when it's done, because I have a picture in my head. So we'll see how it goes. I'm not gonna go over the top, but at the same time, should look pretty cool. Yeah. So I use the builder. This is the builder here. The builder isn't that expensive. Let's go over that real quick. Builder is just this, just a machine frame, and that jazz. So in this pack, base recipe, real simple. And I use this thing. So basically, how this thing works is I have this here. I have a shape card and I have a quarry card. The shape card basically, it's used to just make shapes, right? So I had it making cylinders, because that's basically what these shapes are. And the first one, so I had to make 3 different cylinders. The first one was a 51 by 51. I can't remember the height of it. And I used tons of cobblestone. The way I was making cobblestone was from here. So I just have it pumping straight out into a basic drawer. And yeah, just making cobblestone. It took, I think it was close to 70,000 cobblestone to get this going. And yeah, pretty cool. The way you kind of work the builder is, well, you see here, I have a shape. It says how many blocks. I didn't actually use this one. This is the one I was actually going to use for I think the quarry card. I just kind of set it in the wrong one. Yeah, when I first did it. But yeah, the way the builder works, you just give it RF. So I just had this over here. Well, actually, these machines weren't even here yet. This was actually the very center block, because it makes it easier to align. You kind of put your module into it, and you can hit preview. Go there. And you can see over there, there's kind of this floating ghost blue wall there. Just kind of shows you the area it's going to work in. So that was the quarry card. So if I turn that on right now, it would start eating my walls and that jazz, because it's off center. It's not actually where I actually initially set it up. It's kind of dependent on the offsets and stuff, right? So the offsets are basically the offsets, I guess, from the center block, which is the builder. But it's easier just to use the builder as a center block and kind of move it, to preview it, and that jazz, so you can actually figure it out. Otherwise, it can get very confusing. But anyway, how I did it, like I said, I made the first cylinder. So we had one giant cylinder here. Bam, I did that. It was 51 by 51. Then I took a second one with the quarry card, and I quarried out a 45 by 45 cylinder. So that made this big giant gaping hole here. And then I made a last cylinder, which was the actual, I guess, the tower. And this one was, I think, a 31 by 31 with the actual shape card again. And that gave me my base. I just made a little bit of bridges, ran around and torched everything, and it was good to go. So that is how I did all this. It is pretty cool. And these builder blocks are ridiculous. I mean, they can farm items. I mean, they can quarry items, which we'll probably get to at some point. Actually, I may skip the builder for the quarry, just because I've done it so many times in the past. But yeah, I can also build things. I mean, there's all kinds of shapes too, the shape card. So if you want other ones, you don't have to do cylinders. I mean, you could do capped, which I did, which is why mine has a roof. You got the prism, so you could build, kind of like a temple. You could do toruses, that doesn't look like a torus. Maybe it's because it's too high. Oh, there you go. I always think of a torus as a donut. There you go. So yeah. Anyway, you can do all these different shapes. There's quite a few there. There's even a heart. I think that one was added in 112, because I don't remember a heart previously. I also don't know what scan does. I've not seen that one. Or composition? I mean, not really sure. I wonder if scan makes it so you can scan something and then rebuild it, because that would be pretty cool. Because I may have to try that out in creative and just see how that works. But yeah, you can preview it. You can make it so it doesn't make sounds. You can make it so entities aren't moved. Do a single run and stop. That's more for the quarry. The highlighting doesn't matter. But yeah, it has all these options and pretty cool. Also, there's a space here for a filter. There we go. That is more for the quarry, just to tell it things that it can either mine or not mine, depending on whether it's set to a blacklist or a whitelist. So, and yeah, pretty cool. Works. And the way you feed it items, it's just put a crate or a chest on top, then fill that chest with the desired blocks that you want to place. Otherwise, it pulls out the items and puts it in a crate or a chest that sits on top. And just give it a redstone signal. It's good to go. Anyway, that's that. Thought I'd just explain it. And I was going to record it, and I started to. And it was just too laggy. Oh, is there a card in there? Because if so, I'll forget it. Yes, let's pull that out. Now I'll think I don't have a card and go, where's my card? Anyway. So, what do I want to actually get today? Well, I want to start working on some... It's going to be a little bits and bobs day, I figure. The first thing I want to work on is obsidian. Because we don't have any. Well, we don't have a good supply of it. Obsidian blaze rods are my problems right now. I need an extruder. So we're going to make an igneous extruder. There we go. I think that's the way you pronounce it. Anyway, there we go. Everyone knows I'm not good at pronouncing things. What's going on there? Oh, I'm making a gear first. But we're going to automate obsidian first, I guess. Get that kind of done. And then move on to something else. But this shouldn't take too long at all. I guess we need some invar gears. And I think that's pretty much everything. Oh, I guess we need a piston. There we go. And extruder. Just like that. Fantastic. And clay. We're going to need some more. We're going to need another sink. So let's get that done. Because this thing needs lava and water. Lava we already don't have a problem with. I need that sink. Where did I put everything? After today, I'm going to start moving my machines around and getting them where I actually want them. Because I don't want them sitting here in the center of a room. Just kind of the way it's worked out. Just keeping everything close to my power. But after today, I should be able to move my power wherever I want. But we'll get to that. There we go. Let's get to a sink. And anything else you need there? Oh, bucket of water. Let's grab a bucket and get that filled up. There we go. Need a bucket for another thing anyway, so I guess that's good. There we go. And that'll handle that. And we get a sink. I'll probably also need another drawer, so let's make a drawer. I'm actually going to set up a wall of drawers here pretty soon too, probably not today. But it's going to help organizing our things a lot better than we currently are. And I guess an item duct. Item duct. I'll just use a regular servo because that's all it'll need. And an item duct. There we go. So that should be everything we need to set this up. So let's head inside. Which one is it? This one's power. There we go. So this is our power. I did add 3 more magmatic dynamos, even though we don't need the power yet. I just said, I got the stuff. And a couple more energy cells and that. So I think I have this one set to completely just power the magma crucible, just to keep it going at all times. And it's, yeah, it's not really, I don't have it piping out power at all. It's actually on input, so it actually gets power as primary. So if these ones ever, for any reason, they'll always, it's a way of always making sure the magma crucible always has power, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Anyway, that's that. This doesn't really matter where it goes, so I'm going to throw it down somewhere. I just need somewhere to give it power. I never even thought about that. I guess it doesn't really matter. We'll just make it float. Do I have fluid transfer nodes in here? I do. Awesome. Let's go in here. Let's set the sides. Boom. We're going to set this thing to obsidian, so it can make cobble, stone, or obsidian. The only one I care about is obsidian. It doesn't take much power either, just 20 RF a tick. Does not have to be fast. I'm going to set that to invert. So I just held control and place that, and it's inverted, so it's actually going to pull. I'm going to use that just to pull lava, right? So there we go. And Or not lava, sorry, water. And why aren't you pulling water, actually? You should be. Oh, because it's not on input, right? There we go. I guess I need 1 fluid duct. Let's go get 1 fluid duct really quick. Hopefully. There we go. I need 1 fluid duct. Bam. Oh, that's a hardened. Oh, I need a hardened too. So that actually is exactly what I need. And back it here. And just need to get lava out into this thing from some side. Doesn't really matter. Guess that should work there. And just set it to input. And that should start immediately. Yep, it's going to start immediately making obsidian, which is exactly what we want. Then I could just grab a drawer. I'm not going to worry about piping this stuff out yet. I don't mind manually coming in here and grabbing it when I need obsidian for right now. Probably wait till we have ender chest for this one, or have it with a permanent home, because I don't know where this block's going to end up permanently in time. But I should be able to put a drawer right up there. Now that I think of it, I do not need... Yeah, I don't need an item duct at all. I was thinking I was going to need an item duct, but I could direct connect it. And that'll just keep making obsidian now until we have 2,000. So I shouldn't have to worry about obsidian pretty much for the rest of the pack. I am going to have to come fill this up before too long, though. But yeah, that'll handle that. And that's pretty cool. So right there, infinite obsidian. Well, not infinite, as long as we have another rack anyway. But anyway, we'll move on to something else. Boom. And I guess we'll come out here. Let's unload this stuff that we obviously don't need. There we go. And I did make another large compact machine, which we're going to use here in a bit. The next thing I would like to get into is extra utilities. So getting the extra utilities, you really need grid power. So let's get to some of that. So the first thing we're going to need probably is a resonator. So let's get to that. Resonator right here. Bam. This is the resonator from extra utilities. Pretty fantastic and simple. So let's grab that and a manual mill. Grab that, and that. So grid power is kind of weird. It's kind of this magic power. I'm just going to call it magic for lack of a better word, but it is cross dimension and wireless. It just connects to any of the extra utility machines automatically, or transfer nodes, or anything else. It's special. But at the same time, we need to get it going. So let's get it going. We're going to need one of these manual mills, and only for a couple minutes, and then we'll be done with that. And we're going to need a bunch of this polished stone, because we need to make stone burnt. To make stone burnt, we just throw that in there. It's going to say its grid is overloaded, because we're not producing any grid power. You can go inside and see the recipes here. It doesn't make a lot of stuff, but it just makes stuff mostly for the mod. The only thing to really point out, I guess, for that it makes that isn't obvious is the wireless RF heating coils. They could be used to automate regular furnaces and stuff, so that's pretty cool. But anyway, let's go and throw the manual mill on top. Bam. That's already there. I'm going to right click that, and it's going to automatically start just punching it. I'm not hitting any button now, I'm not holding anything down. It just spins around in a circle. Every time that hits 8, it's going to make us a stone burnt, which is pretty cool. Next thing we're going to have to make is actual mills. The mills actually produce grid power, kind of just passively over time. And yeah, so much per... There's no way to really store grid power. It's what's being produced at that moment. We need to make a mill. And the only mill that is really worthwhile... I mean, the other ones are okay, I guess. They don't take as much space. But the one that is kind of the most bang for its buck is the water mills. So we're going to make some water mills. We need to make one that we can kind of automate this resonator. Then after that, we need to make... Well, I'm going to make another 3. So it's going to give us about 64 grid power per tick, because each one can produce 16. So kind of what I'm going for there. We need one more. Come on. There we go. Let's grab that. We got 6. Should be able to make our first one. There we go. That's why I made these extra redstone gears. I'm going to grab you for a second. And I'm actually going to set these up in one of... That's what this one's for, the other compact machine. But I do want to automate this machine, so let's do that. You dare. You dare. Dare. And I guess we're going to need 2 buckets of water, which I left my bucket probably in here. No. definitely did, but let's grab them. There we go. Good 1, 2. And the way these things generate power, the water bills, is based on flowing water touching their sides. And the closer the flowing water is to the source block, the more grid power it produces. So if I put one here, we've got 2 that are both only 1 block away. So pretty good to produce, well, it's producing 14. Well, it'd be, what is it? 4 for these ones. And I think we're getting 2 for each of these, or 3 for each of these. And then, yeah, just the way it's got it calculated. But if I take another bucket and throw it here, they'll all produce 4 on each side, and we'll end up with 16. Now that we've done that, it's now making the resonator go automatically. Because we have, well, grid power being produced, just non-stop, forever. And we're going to set up 4 of these, so that is kind of a thing. And pretty cool. Only going to take a couple seconds here. We're also going to get into probably wireless power, and that's one of the main reasons I want to kind of get into this mod. Just so we can do wireless power really easy. It's kind of limited wireless power. So you have this wireless RF battery. It just kind of holds power for the wireless transmitters. Takes 4 grid power. And you get these wireless RF transmitters. They've always said 4 grid power, but I'm pretty sure they only use 1. But anyway. They can connect to machines that are within 4 blocks and provide every one of them up to 80 RF a tick. So they can actually move a lot of power with a lot of machines that could, like, compact space. And they're pretty good, especially early on. I know 80 RF a tick isn't a lot late game, or even mid game, but it is decent amount of power. Nothing to shake a stick at, that's for sure. But pretty cool. We just need, how many more of these? Like 7 more? Is there anything else I want to make right now from extra utils? I don't think there is. Oh, there is actually. While that's actually going, I have this here in a lasso. It's the chicken. So I have a chicken and a golden lasso. So the golden lassos are really cheap, and I'm actually going to need another one anyway. So let's make that. There we go. Oh, it's not going to actually let me make it in here. I forget that. For some reason, I have to use a crafting table. There we go. I have no idea why. Let's grab this stuff. I could have did this a little better, but there we go. Grab that. And I'll explain this in a second. There we go. So I got a golden lasso. The reason I have a chicken and a golden lasso, I just got that from the mining dimension really easy. They're all over the place. There's rings in this pack. So let's go to, there was a chicken wing ring, was it? This one here. Chicken wing ring. Flight of the Majestic Beast. This is basically a feather fall ring. So let's make that really quick. And that takes 1 grid power. So yeah, is a thing. Let's go there, bam, and do that. So the way this thing works is you hold shift after you're falling or jumping. Oop, I did not mean to come up there. So if I kind of fall down here, I can hold shift and I can just feather fall. And you can see there, I have a bar. I can only do it for so long. So they're kind of like limited rings, but we can upgrade this one up to what's called the Squid ring. Well, Ring of the Flying Squid. And this one's going to take 16 GP, but it is going to give us basically a short-term jetpack, which is what I'm interested in. So let's grab one of those. Let's grab a lasso and find us a squid that isn't too far away. Looks like there's one right around here somewhere. Where are you? You would be down this far, wouldn't you? We'll just go for a little swim. Hopefully don't drown. Just right-click them with the lasso, and you got them caught. So you can move mobs around with that, too. So that's pretty cool. Oh, I might take a bite of damage. Nope, we made it. We're good. Fantastic. Well, that's weird. It's draining my chicken ring. Pretty cool. And we should be able to craft that ring now. So let's go to, what was it? Use on this and that. So I guess take some ink sacs, a couple diamonds, some ender pearls. Ender pearls aren't a diamond anymore and are not a problem anymore because our mob farm is taking care of that. We've got what, 7 in there. Oh, that's actually backed up. I need to clean that out. I need a trash can really bad. Let's grab. Actually, we might wait on that a couple seconds. I'm gonna leave that backed up. We're there, and we have a ring of the squid. So now we can. Oh, we don't have enough grid power yet. Let's wait till we have grid power. Let's grab this. There we go. And you can see this thing stopped working now because this is draining grid power. And we're only producing 16. And it's not enough. So we need to remedy that. Let's go to water mill. And grab 3 more. I guess we could just do this, right? There we go. That'll give us our water mills. Let's actually pick up these again. There we go. And maybe break you. And go set this up in a compact machine so I never have to worry about it. There we go. The only limitation really the grid power is it has to be chunk loaded. If it's not chunk loaded, it's not going to work. Let's see here. Got a large compact machine. It doesn't really matter where this goes. Actually, I'm just going to put it over here until I decide where it's going to go. Grab here. Just keep it out of the way. There we go. And in here, we're just going to set this up. So, let's see here. Guess this would be... How far apart would that be? The way we want this is kind of like this, right? So, oh, I did not mean to do that. I'm such a derp. I noticed they teleport really quickly into them, but not quickly out of them. Something else I've also learned about these compact machines is chunk loading. They stay chunk loaded as long as the machine itself is chunk loaded. Otherwise, they don't stay chunk loaded. So you need to be a little careful with that. So yeah, so as long as the machine in the overworld is chunk loaded, then this room will stay chunk loaded. So that's something to be aware of. There we go. I need a water source. I'll make a temporary one right here, I guess. Because I need 4 buckets. There we go. 1, 2. We're just going to put 1 in every corner. And that should make them all produce 14. There we go, right? Yes. And then we grab 1 more bucket and throw it in the center. And there you go. We have 16 grid power being produced from every one of the water mills. And that's exactly what we want there. So that's pretty cool. Get rid of that. And the reason I put this in a compact machine too, 1, to keep it out of the way. And 2, I could stack it higher too. So I can kind of utilize the space. So pretty awesome and pretty efficient. And I love compact machines. This particular compact machine, I'm actually going to chunk load though. Because I do not want this one ever turning off. Because if we have an angel ring later on and are flying around, I don't want to fall and not be alive anymore. So anyway, our ring of the flying squid. I knew about this too. This is a known bug. Right now it's not working. I'm holding my shift button. Throw it on the ground. And pick it back up. And there you go. Every time you transfer dimensions, you should take your ring, throw it on the ground, and pick it back up. Otherwise, you run the risk of, jumping off a cliff, think it's going to work, and it's not going to. Just a bug. Because you can see right now, it's not working again. Throw it on the ground. Pick it up. It works. And you can see here, you can actually get a pretty good amount of flight out of it. It actually doesn't take long for it to charge again either. Which is quite nice. I'm curious if we can make it to our roof. It looks like we can. And that's pretty cool. I don't mind the limited jetpack. That's not bad at all. Because we don't have many jetpacks in this pack, I don't think. Yeah, we don't have simply jetpacks or anything like that. So definitely something we're going to want to utilize. And pretty sweet. Okay, the next thing we're going to make here, like I said, is going to be a RF battery. So let's make that RF battery. Bam. Make one of those puppies and probably an RF transmitter. Maybe. What do we need? Stuff that I have. There we go. And these things are pretty fantastic, actually. I use these a lot. And you can basically, I could take it here. I'm not going to use it right here because we have cable here anyway. But I get it here, and it will feed every one of these machines here. So that is actually pretty cool. It'll give every one of those machines 80 RF a tick. So other than these ones that take 100, like these ones, it would fully power that, fully power this one as well. And it could fully power them all at the same time, right? The only problem is right now we don't actually have the battery hooked up. So let's go and hook up the battery really quick. Only take a second. I should probably not do that. There we go. Go in here. Grab our battery. And I'm probably just going to throw it right in the center. And there you go. That's getting power now. It shows you the power drain is 4. But yeah, it only has a max of 3200 RF. It's not meant for, you know, high-end use. And that's already made that much. That's going to tear through my netherrack. I may turn that off soon and then fill up that. We'll let it run for a bit though. Once it gets 2000, it won't matter. It'll only use it when I use some of the obsidian, right? So that's pretty cool. And that's pretty awesome, actually. Okay, so the next thing. Let's get to, I think, a Reconstructor. Reconstructor, right here. Make one of these puppies. And that's cool. We're also going to need, what, a pressure plate? I usually do pressure plate anyway. You could use different options. Let's grab you. And a redstone torch. Grab one of them. Gonna take that. I'm gonna throw that on the ground. Bam. Getting power. That's great. By default, they're on deactivation mode, which means it's gonna keep firing like that. We're gonna set it to pulse and throw it. Plate right here. Now, when I step on it, boom, it's gonna fire. I could just drop items on there, and they'll get transformed into other items, which is what this, this machine does. So let's grab, let's look at the Reconstructor real quick. Just for what it can be used for. It's mostly to make blocks for the mod. So these are all crafting materials for the mod. I can also make lenses for the Reconstructor. So like this one here, lens of color. I think that one just colors dyes and flowers and stuff. Like you change them to random things. And detonation explodes things. Certain death kills things. Then all your lasers, transferring them to different types. Sand, and actually I might do that rotten flesh one because I am low on leather. I noticed that earlier. And we got tons of flesh, so let's do that. There we go. And depending on how much power you have, it'll determine how many you can transform. Because yeah, each one takes a certain amount of RF, but I'm not really worried about that right now. So yeah, we got a Reconstructor. Main reason I want that is, well, I want to get into a drill. So to make a drill, right here, we need this jazz. So we need, what is that? 7 Inori blocks. We need some Vance coils and some diamantine. I think we have some diamantine that I found, so we only need one. Let's grab some coils. We're going to need some redstone. We need to turn that to Restonia. What else do we need there? Basic coils. We have quartz. We're going to need Inori. So 7 blocks of iron. There we go. That's a lot of iron, but at the same time, worthwhile. There we go. I think I got more iron in here, don't I? No, not much. I'm going to have to go mining soon. Not that big a deal. Be easier once we have a drill. Should be able to take that stuff. Just throw it on there. Here's our blocks of Inori. This will give us some Restonia. You need a lot of Restonia usually, so just going to do a bunch. There we go. Throw that in there. Anything else we need this second? So that we should be able to straight up craft once we make these. Let's make like 8. Let's make like 10. You always need those things with this mod. So there's our drill core. You can find those too in the villages. I just never got lucky in this playthrough. We need some more nuggets. There we go. Or I should say villages. I think you could just find them in regular crates, actually. Oh, I didn't do a diamond either. And what was the last thing? Oh, yes, the advanced coils. There we go. Guess we'll transform you. There we go. Guess we can throw you in there. And that'll give us a drill. So the drill is pretty fantastic. We will have to charge it, but I'm not in that much worry right now. Yeah, this thing takes RF, so it's definitely something you're going to have to, be aware of. Maybe we could make a energizer? Yeah, we could use this to power it. This would be easy. I have a bunch of these casings. We got those from the villages early on. I think we have enough. Yes, we do. So I guess we'll just make an energizer. There we go. Guess we'll take that, throw that on a cable somewhere. There we go. And that's good. And I should be able to charge that. And there you go. It's going to take a couple seconds. The thing takes 250,000. And that's pretty cool. We can also make a battery as well to keep it charged up. So let's go to battery. Go to here. Should probably make one of these. The double. I'd like to make the triple. How about it's the triple? Triple, the double. Actually, not bad at all. Let's grab some iron. So we'll need, I think it's about 15 iron there. There we go. Maybe. Maybe we'll do 15. There we go. Let's get rid of you. Let's throw you in here. Bam. That'll handle that. Let's make a regular battery. Good job. Guess is it advanced coil? There we go. Then we'll need the double battery, which is yet again advanced coil. Good thing I made those extra coils. That'll give us double. Triple battery. I'm seeing a pattern here. Don't have enough coils yet. So, is the quadruple anything special? Oh, those ones are powered. So I guess we're only going to double because we need the power for the last step. But that's fine for now. But we'll grab this. We'll take that and put it in here. Basically, you can take that battery, throw it in here. It'll just charge it on the fly. It'll just keep it charged up for you, and you can charge it up later on. So that's pretty cool. Augments. Is there any augs we can do? So there's a bunch of augments for this. Like right here. Drill speed. And Nori, we could do that one really quick. So probably do that. We should have some sugar cane. Actually, we might have sugar right in here. Yes, we do. There we go. Let's take that. Throw that in there. This is a speed upgrade, so that's pretty cool. What is the drill speed? A cake. Of course you'd be a cake. I don't have the materials for that yet. There's also fortune. Here we go. Yeah, we need power diamond. We'll probably wait on a couple of these, but we're getting to the point there. Basic coil. I might make that one. This will make it so I could do a 3x3. Really easy. And that one's pretty cheap, so let's do that. Diamantine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do that. Throw that in there. Sweet. And this thing will end up replacing my Ticker's equipment. I usually do this thing. I really like this drill. I've always liked this drill. This drill is pretty useful and pretty sweet. What else do we need there? Oh, some Nori. Should grab, get some more iron. 1, 2, 3. And oh, helps if I do something with the iron, right? Let's go here instead of just haha, you have iron now. Did I already do the battery? I did too. So I can take that battery, just throw it. Oh, first I think you have to charge it. Then I think it can go in there. Can that not go inside anymore? I was positive that could go inside. Well, that's unfortunate. Either way. Okay. Anyway, let's keep it charged either way. Let's go here, and we're making a 3x3. Sweet. Should be able to go here. Throw that in there. Throw that in there. Why won't you go in there? I thought that went in there. Anyway. But yeah, now it should do a 3x3. Just like that. Bam. You can see it's not too slow. And once we can get some fortune on there, it'll be actually really good. Once you have the four. I think you need 2 fortune upgrades. I think. Yeah, you need this one. And then you need this one. The power to Estonia. Oh, it needs ender casing though. Okay. Not a big deal. Not worried about that right now. This will be mostly my tool that I use for, you know, mining around the base, working around the base right now until I get it upgraded. I'll probably keep using the hammer until otherwise. But yeah, that takes care of that. Let's get rid of this. And okay, I think I'm going to end this one here. So as always, if you guys like this video, please hit that like button. If you really liked it, hit that subscribe button. It's much appreciated. I want you guys all have a good one. I'll see you guys next video. Later.